Welcome to the Growth Through Adversity podcast, where men are forged, not coddled. Here we dive deep into the path of true transformation in pursuit of physical, mental, spiritual, and temporal growth. We talk training, nutrition, business, mindset, and spirituality. We embrace strength and we loathe ease. We reject weakness in every form and cultivate power, the will to power itself. This is the rebirth of modern man. Raw masculinity, tempered by reason, virtue, and right action, because nothing of value is earned without sacrifice. Let's begin our apotheosis together. Welcome to another episode of the Growth Through Adversity podcast with your host, Ragnar the Warwolf. Today, we are going to be talking about the 5 lessons that built my business and my personal growth and how they apply to your fitness journey. So, if I've found nothing else, it's that growth is inherently painful. If you want to change your body, your business, your life, you must suffer. You got to fail, then you've got to rise again. And today I'm going to share the 5 lessons that I use to build myself into who I am today and to build my business. And I can pretty much distill almost everything down to these 5 lessons. And then I'm going to tie them into how they apply to your fitness journey, because I believe that they absolutely 100% do. So again, these 5 lessons aren't just about business. They're just really about becoming the man that you were meant to be. So with that being said, number 1, and I think this is why I've listed it. So I've listed them in a hierarchy of importance. And number 1 is going to be to get into rooms with the right people. And specifically, like, you don't ever want to be the biggest fish in the pond. You want to surround yourself with people that are at a higher level than yourself and people that you aspire to be in their position, because they're going to inspire you and they're going to teach you and they're going to show you exactly how to do it. And it's not just skill set based, it's definitely a mindset too. When you surround yourself with people with a certain type of mindset, you're going to emulate that mindset. You're going to like absorb that mindset. It's going to become a part of you and a part of your essence. And if these people are functioning at the level that you want to function at with that mindset, then it's pretty easy to deduce that that's going to be something that's beneficial for you. So how this ties into fitness is, don't train with people who accept mediocrity. Your environment shapes you. If you're around people who skip their workouts, you will too. If you're around people that eat a whole bunch of fucking junk food and don't give a shit about their health and don't give a shit about their fitness and think it's funny to smoke a bunch of cigarettes and think it's funny to eat a bunch of fucking junk food and get fat as fuck, it's going to be really hard for you to maintain your fitness journey when you're surrounded by that level of negativity and that level of toxicity. So move away from them and move around people that are going to inspire you to do the things that you want to do. And then put yourself in the right room with accountability and higher standards, whether that means using some sort of app that has programs that are structured and that are mapped out and that are periodized, or hiring a coach, or getting with a workout partner that really actually knows what the fuck they're doing and going to the gym and doing their program. But don't think that if you don't have the knowledge and if you don't have the skill set, that you're just going to be able to go in there and get the results that you want, because you're not gonna. And then when you don't, you're going to get discouraged as fuck by the process. There's a lot that goes into this, and it's definitely a skill set and it's definitely learnable, but you've got to give yourself the tools to learn it. I see you, man. I see you, Captain Jimmy. So yeah, put yourself in the right room in that context too. If you want to rise, you've got to surround yourself with people who force you to grow. Number 2, which ties into number 1, is going to be let go of the people and the things that are holding you back. So what I found in when I was building my business and I got set on this journey is, like, I had a set of friends that were my friends before that, and we worked together and we did a lot of stuff together. And then when I started to like branch off from that and to rise and to build my own business and to have these ambitions, unrealistic ambitions, arguably, they started to get weird, and they started to get like, I think it was tied to like almost jealousy. You know what I mean? It was like, when you start doing something that other people like say they want to do, but they're too fucking scared or they just won't actually pull the trigger and do it, it's going to create a lot of resentment and it's going to create a lot of jealousy that's based on how they feel internally. And so they're going to project that by trying to undermine you and tell you that it doesn't work and feed you a bunch of negativity and say how you're going to fail and say how it's a horrible idea. And they're just going to feed you a whole bunch of fucking ungrounded and unfounded negativity. So like you're going, and it's kind of ruthless to say, but if you're serious about your mission and your purpose and the thing that you believe in and you're passionate about it, you're going to have to let go of them. You're going to have to leave them behind because you're moving in a different direction than them and you guys are going to naturally grow apart and they're just going to hold you back on this process. So don't be afraid to cut ties. Like if they're holding you back, like I refuse to surround myself with negative fucking people. If people have nothing positive to say and they have only negative things to say about the shit that I'm doing, then I just write them off. Like they're not my friend. I don't, and if they are my friend, I don't need them to be my friend, because I'm not going to have anything hold me back. I am hyper focused on my goals and my mission and doing the things that I believe I was put on this planet to do. And nobody's going to fucking tell me that I can't do them. And if they do, I'm just going to stop fucking with them. So it's like I said, it's kind of ruthless, but you have to be ruthless in this process. So growth requires sacrifice. Sometimes the weight you need to drop isn't just in your body. It's the people and habits that are holding you back. So again, this ties into the first one of if you have people and you have habits that are holding you back and that are tying you down, you have to have the self discipline and the courage and the resolution to cut those off and to get fucking rid of them. Because they are going to make it to where you'll never reach your goals because they are intent on holding you back. And it might be non-intentional or subconscious, but it doesn't matter because it's going to fucking hold you back. Number 3, embrace the lonely chapter. So in business, we call the lonely chapter that chapter from when you start this endeavor to you'll have a target and you'll have a goal in mind, right? And you'll eventually end up passing that goal and then you'll have new goals and new targets and you'll go through a new lonely chapter. But it's that intermediary, it's that transitional, that liminal phase betwixt and between the 2 points where you're no longer your old self. When you really set out on a journey like this, like you evolve past who you used to be. Like you shed the skin like a fucking snake and you're no longer your old self, but you haven't grown into the person that you see yourself becoming. So you're in this like liminal phase. You're in this chapter in between. And we call that the lonely chapter. And the other reason we call it that is because like when you're building a business, before you can afford to have the resources to hire the people that you need to hire, you just do everything your fucking self. And that's how you build a business. And then eventually you get to a point where you can buy your time back and you can start hiring people. So it's a lonely chapter, but it's also, I think, a very, very holy chapter because it's just you and it's your mission and it's your purpose and nothing else fucking matters. So you got to embrace that shit. And your fitness journey is going to be the same way. When you start a fitness journey, it's going to be lonely as fuck because you're going to leave behind the late nights, the drinking, the excuses, the fast food. You're going to leave behind the person that you used to be to create the person that you want to become. And that's fucking lonely. And that's a psychological fucking trip. But I believe it's also a super holy process because it's nothing but you and your vision and the work. You're not going to have built the body. You're not going to have built the confidence, the energy of the man you want to become, but you're going to be taking actionable steps towards it. And this in between, it feels isolating, but it's where transformation is really forged. It's truly the work that you put in to become the person you're supposed to become. And there's nothing more holy than it. The chapter is lonely. You've got to lean into it. And it's the proof that you're changing because if you were in the state that you were in before, where you were making those excuses, where you weren't doing, setting out on this journey, then you wouldn't be actually doing it. So the proof that you're doing it is the proof that you're committed to it. And there's something deep about that I haven't fully wrapped my mind around, but there's something to this. Number 4, expect to fail. Like everything when we set out and do something new, it's trial and error, and it is a path to mastery. And there are people that say that mastery, they have a set amount of hours, 10,000 hours, whatever. I don't know if it's quantifiable like that. There's a lot of individual difference from person to person. Skills, some things are more complex than others, but mastery is definitely a process, right? and you're definitely going to fail. So I failed a shitload and I still regularly fail on my business journey. Like I fuck shit up all the time. I break shit. I have to fix shit. That's 90% of what business is knowing which problem to solve. So that it's never going to end. You're just going to get better at it. And the different levels bring different devils. So the problems get funner to solve as you get higher and better in your craft. So, and it's the same with fitness. Like you're gonna fail at fucking tracking macros. You're gonna miss your workouts. You're gonna fall off track. That's totally normal. The only real failure is when you quit, when you just give up. I see so many people do this. It's like they miss a workout or they miss their macros or they go on vacation and they eat like shit for a couple of weeks. And then they just quit. They just fucking give up. And it's like, I don't understand it because it's part of the process. Like you have to have more resolution and more commitment to your goals than that like you're going to accept that you're going to fail and then you're going to restart. And it doesn't matter how many times you fucking fail and restart. You have to have that mentality. Like, I don't care if I'm going to fail. I don't care if I fail a million times. I don't care if it takes me the next 20 years. Like I am going to reach my goal. And every time I fail, I know what didn't work and I know what not to do. So I'm getting closer and closer. Um, and that every failed attempt is, I'm telling you, it's a step closer to where you want to be. And failure is just feedback. It's not final unless you make it final and give up, which is what most people do. And number 5, systems scale and chaos breaks. So in business, it's like you see every level that you level up to, if in income, in clients, in whatever it is that you're doing, every level that you hit will break some of your systems and it will show you where you need to optimize your processes, either on your front end or your back end or your delivery or whatever. But it's going to expose all the cracks in your business and in the framework of your business. But systems scale. So you fix that by creating systems that are scalable to continue to grow, right? Fitness is the exact same thing. Like it's so simple. Random diets, random fucking workouts, chaos. It's going to lead to injuries. It's going to lead to fucking burnouts, and it's going to lead to rebound weight. It's going to lead to crash diets and crash weight loss and then rebound weight gain, where you're just going to blow the fuck back up to right where you were. Chaos doesn't work. Structures, systems, programs, sustainability works over the long term, and there's no point in doing this shit if you're not looking at it in a long-term context. So again, structured meal plans, program training, accountability. These are systems that actually work and they need to be integrated into your program if you ultimately want to succeed at this. And honestly, like obviously I'm biased here, but like this is why you hire a coach. They give you the systems so that you can focus on executing and you can learn the processes as you go. And it's not just like overwhelming to you in the beginning or when you're trying to get yourself to another level, or even when you're really good. I still hire coaches because they come up with shit that I don't think of. They show me different stuff. They have more experience in specific different parts of the field, and they give me back some of my mental bandwidth to where I don't have to think. I think about all my clients' programming. I don't have to think about my own fucking programming. And then I have enough knowledge that I can make little micro changes and tweaks here and there when I want to. But yeah, like take the system, use a system that works and focus on the execution so that you know your system's good and all you have to do is execute. Not so you're sitting there second guessing yourself. Oh, I wonder if I got the right program. I wonder if I'm doing the right workouts. I wonder if I'm doing enough cardio. I wonder if I'm eating enough calories and macros. Like you can't think about that when you can barely think about making it to the gym and executing that side of the program. So without systems, you're just guessing. With systems, you can scale the results, and most importantly, you can fucking sustain them over time. So again, those are the 5 steps that I used to scale my business from absolutely nothing to where we're at now. And we're doing very good now with 4 employees. Things are continuing to grow on a daily basis. And it was these 5 steps that I've used every step of the way, and they apply 100% to your fitness journey as well. So the Growth Through Adversity podcast, which this is going to be an episode of, it's not just a motto. This is like really trying to get you to the next level. And these 5 lessons will either make or break your journey. And I mean that in the sense that you'll either do them and apply them and embrace them, or you won't and you'll fucking miss your mark. So if you guys got value from this, go ahead and shoot me a DM telling me which one of these lessons you need to apply or you struggle with the most on Instagram at the Beast Within 9, or drop a comment if you're watching this on Facebook. And man, I appreciate you guys taking the time. We will be here again next Tuesday going over some cool stuff. Thank you guys so much.